Welcome back, everybody. My name is Mia. This is Mia's Envelopes. I am a cash stuffer and a budgeter that uses credit cards. On this channel, I'm going to show you how I spend on my credit cards and how I reimburse myself to pay my credit card back by using the money that I stuff in my wallet and my weekly expenses binder and my savings challenges. I get paid monthly, once a month. So I create a zero-based budget at the beginning, the end of a previous month to get me through the current month. And I tell my money where to go and how to work for me. I cash stuff my envelopes weekly, and then I unstuff my envelopes weekly to pay back my credit cards and maintain a high credit score and maximize my cash back and other rewards that I like to enjoy throughout the year. It's what works for me. So I'm going to go ahead and share on this channel how I create my budget, the budgeting tools I use to set myself up for success, and the different types of accounts I have, and what I need my money to do for me right now at the stage of life I'm in for me and my children. Quick disclaimer. Credit cards are not for everyone, depending on the season of life you're in, right? So as in all things, use moderation and discretion to learn and fail and make your money work for you. If you're not failing, you're not learning, and you're definitely not trying. So I'm happy to share this part of my journey with you, and I hope you find something from it that can help you with yours. All right, so how do I do it? I get paid once a month at the beginning of each month, so I make sure about a week before I get paid, which is usually the end of a month, I will budget. I'll use my electronic budgeting tool, and I'm going to go ahead and put my little process up on the screen here for you so you can see. If you're visual like me, this is super helpful. So at the end of the month, I am budgeting for the following month, so I know that my budget's ready to go when my payday hits. All right, so what do I do when I get paid? The first thing is that my bills get paid out of my checking account. Then my transfer money to debt that I'm paying off. I move money to get transferred into savings. And then I withdraw the cash for my cash envelopes for the whole month to cover the expenses that I know I'm going to charge on my credit card, okay? Then I maintain my budget that I've projected on a weekly basis. How do I do that? I do it by stuffing my cash envelopes, then looking at my credit card statements every week, and then unstuffing my cash envelopes to make sure I can cover those expenses that I charged on my credit card, okay? Then I take that money back to the bank. I pay my credit card in full every week. And then I check in with my budget as I go to make sure my bills are being paid, no unexpected expenses are hitting my checking account, etc. Okay? And then at the end of every month, I do my budget reconciliation. I check on my credit card's rewards that I've earned for the month, and then I set up my next month's budget. How many different accounts do I have at the bank? Okay, so I'm going to put up a little graphic here that I made for you so you can see. Again, I'm a visual gal. You might be the same way. So I have a checking account. My checking account is not a savings account. My income goes into it, my bills and all of the transfers I make go out of it. I leave a buffer in my checking account of $200 max. I'm comfortable leaving $200 in my checking account after everything is done because I'm not using my debit card for anything. I use my credit card and then I pay my credit cards back, okay? I have a savings account at my bank as well. And in that savings account, I have some short-term sinking funds, a couple of long-term sinking funds, and a small emergency fund. That savings account is budgeted for and funded by regular transfers from my checking account on payday once a month as I need and as I budget, or as I deplete that account for specific expenses, okay? Now, in that savings account at my bank, which is tandem with my checking, I have $5,000 in there. I'm not putting any more than $5,000 in there. It's not earning anything for interest. That is money I know I am probably going to need at some point for something throughout the course of the year, and I'm comfortable not putting that in my high yield savings account, okay? So we have my checking account, money's going in and out, $200 minimum balance at all times in that account. I have my bank savings account that encompasses my short-term sinking funds, my long-term sinking funds, and a small emergency fund. So that account is rarely going to go over $5,000 for good reason, okay? Then the third and final account I have right now, I'm keeping it simple. I have a high-yield savings account. So that is my main savings account, long-term, large emergency fund. That is budgeted for and funded by regular transfers from my checking account monthly when I get paid. Right now, my transfer at the beginning of the month to my high yield is low because I'm focused on paying off my student loan in the next 2 years. So I have to send an obscene amount of money every month to that student loan. So because I'm focused on paying off debt, my high yield savings account transfers right now, not so big. However, the goal with the high yield is to not touch that money unless it's absolutely necessary so it can earn that interest, okay? So your girl's got 3 accounts. I've got a checking, bills go in and out, $200 minimum balance at all times. I have a savings account at the bank. Again, that is my small emergency fund, and it also covers longer and short-term sinking funds, okay? And that is funded every month based on how much I spend from that savings account or not through a transfer from my checking, okay? And then my high yield savings account, that is my long-term, that's the big mama, that is the money I don't want to have to touch unless the world falls apart, okay? I hope that part makes sense, and that is the 3 accounts that I use that work for me. So I hope that my channel can give you some great ideas about how to move forward, and then, you know, if you do try and fail, try again, okay? And 2 things are final in life, death and taxes, that's it. Everything else can be changed, and let's get into this together.